Hello, my name is Matthew Medina, and this is my informative speech. Every year, it seems like the Halloween decorations will be coming out earlier and earlier. We'll be walking around big stores like Home Depot or Walmart and see these massive Halloween displays up in August. I think that goes to show just how big this juggernaut of a holiday has become. Something else that I can notice is that most people, at least here in the States, don't actually know the roots of the holiday. They celebrate it because it's been passed on to them from their parents or from their community, and they don't actually know the history of it. So that's what I aim to do here today. I want to explain the history of Halloween, why we go around in costumes asking for candy from strangers, and just how lucrative this holiday really is. Halloween comes from two holidays primarily. The first holiday is a Christian holiday called All Saints' Day. This is celebrated on November 1st, but it actually used to be celebrated on October 31st, but it was moved over to co-opt the second holiday that we'll talk about. All Saints' Day is celebrated to honor the saints known and unknown. A parade is thrown every year. People have a big feast. They light candles to honor the saints. And they attend a communion to honor these saints. The second holiday that Halloween comes from is called Samhain. And this is a pagan Celtic holiday celebrated by the Irish way back in the 1600s. This holiday was celebrated to mark the end of the harvest season and to ring in one last hurrah before the cold months of winter. This day is also marked as the day that the dead spirits in your community are able to come back for 3 days. This is a 3-day celebration, and people will light candles, just like in the other holiday, to invite the community members and their family back to them. They'll also light these big large fires to scare off the malevolent spirits. Often on this holiday, scary stories are told to the children and members of community to warn them of winter's past. I think we can see a lot of roots from Halloween just right there. And scary stories being told and big fires and classic Halloween stuff. Samhain came to America in the 1840s when the Irish famine was going on, and they migrated to America and brought with them the tradition. And a lot of American families really appreciated the idea of celebrating the mark of the cold months coming. And so a lot of families would start throwing little parties mainly for their children to enjoy this lovely end of October. Children in these communities all across the US started throwing pranks and tricks on people around them just to fill time and enjoy themselves, but a lot of people didn't like it. So what they started doing was leaving bowls of candy out on the holiday to appease the children. So when the children would come by and see candy, they would feel less inclined to do something rude to them. Costumes started up around the early 1900s, with parents now getting more accustomed to the tradition and dressing up their children to go out trick-or-treating. It just made sense to have a little bit of fun with it. But in the 1950s, a big change came when big retailers started selling pre-made costumes. Now it was available for many people, no matter the experience of their costume making skills or the resources they had. If you had 20 cents, you could go to the store and get yourself a Halloween costume. I've got a quote. The National Retail Federation made a post last year on September 19th, 2024, speaking of candy sales for the year prior. They said, early Halloween shopping is on the rise, with 47% of the survey participants beginning their shopping before October. According to the National Retail Federation's annual survey conducted by Prosper Insights and Analytics, the figure is up from 37% 5 years ago and compares with just 32% in 2014. Total Halloween spending is expected to reach $11.6 billion after last year's record-setting $12.2 billion. Note that this year Halloween falls on a Friday, which will likely make it even more lucrative than last year. Halloween is a holiday that brings communities together in a unique way. There are many holidays centered around community, like Christmas and Hanukkah and St. Patrick's Day, but nothing quite so special like Halloween that has you knocking on the members of your community's doors, asking them for candy. I think that brings something really special to the holiday that just can't be replicated anywhere else. And hopefully, this presentation gave you a new appreciation of the holiday. Thank you.